Hi, this is Mark from AltCoin Buzz, and today we're going to take a look at Bitcoin as we get ready to walk into the start of the week. We're going to look at Bitcoin. We're also going to take a look at XRP, Ripple, and see what we might have in store for us in the next week. Is this the point where Bitcoin is going to make a decision on whether it's going to break bullish or bearish? Let's take a look at the charts. We're going to start off on the Bitcoin USD 2-day chart. So this is each candle is 2 days. You can see this big wick that we had at the start of the weekend. They came up and tested that 67.50 range, trying to push us up to see if there were any buyers in that area. You can see right at the resistance level, and it was totally rejected. We'll take a look at that on the 1 hour chart to just take a look at that one candle because that's where it happened, but it was rejected. That is a very bearish sign on that candle. No buyers at the 67.50 level. Zooming in on the 1-day chart, we're on the Heikin candles right now, so you can see the relative price action over this consolidation period. Again, that candle that came in the other day, testing out that resistance area that sits right at that 67.50. You can also see it on the VPVR, the volume by price range. That's exactly where that resistance lies. Our point of control right now on the volume by price is sitting at 64.50. So that's our trading range at this point, 64.50 to 6,700. Massive consolidation over the last week. No price movement happening really anywhere above that $200 in the last week. For us to even look at a bullish scenario right now, we've got higher lows still coming in, but we've got lower highs coming in. For us to even get into a bullish scenario right now, we absolutely have to break the 66. And from there, it'd be nice to see us break these other swing highs that we had back here, which was sitting at 68. So that would give us an indication at 6,800 that we might be moving into a little bit more of a bullish trend. Absolutely cannot call a bull trend or a reversal until we get past our previous high of $7,500, $7,500. Once we get past there, then our market structure has been broken and we will be out of this bear cycle. But for now, we are still in a bear trend. No matter what's been happening over the last month or so, this is just merely a pause in a bear trend. On the Ichimoku cloud, we're sitting right in the middle of that range right now between the 21-day and the 50-day moving average. And you can see that that candle came in and just about hit that 50-day moving average with a rejection. Our stochastic is showing a bear divergence. As the price is moving up, our stochastics are moving down. With that declining volume, anything can happen. You don't need a lot of action to come into this market to have a massive swing one way or the other. We have had the lowest volume that we've had in a long time on the daily yesterday. Given that it was the weekend, understandable, but still extremely low volume. With the rejection at the price point that we were sitting at and this resistance level here, very few retail traders in the market. I just don't see with all this pressure, unless we have a market manipulator come in and try and push us again up past this and even higher, and then we get a little bit of FOMO playing into this and getting above that $6,800 level, shooting for the 69. I don't see this script changing a whole lot from the other day. I see more of a potential for us to break to the downside than continue on the upside. We're seeing that pressure. We're seeing rejection of the price point. We're seeing low volume in the market. So breaking through this 21-day moving average and this point of control at $6,400 would not surprise me, and then it would put us at a new level that we'd be looking at and potential new trading range sitting somewhere around the $6,300, and we could potentially start trading in there. Call it even 62 to 64 in the next week. Again, unless we see a massive pump in the market to launch us past these previous resistance areas in here. Real quick, just a couple more things. These arrows on the bottom are Mondays as we come out of the market, out of the weekend. You can see that the price has been relatively unchanged as we come out of the weekend on a Monday. Even these candles here where the price changed, there's only a fluctuation in price of about $100 all the way back through the last few months. So chances are coming out of the weekend into this beginning of the week, we may not see a lot of price action happen here on Bitcoin. The only thing that may make a big difference is just that low volume that we've been having. It's not going to take a whole lot to come back into the market to make a big swing one way or the other. But relatively speaking, Mondays have been fairly quiet from a price action standpoint. If we just draw a quick Fibonacci right now, you can see that that candle that came up the other day tested that 0.5 Fibonacci level and was rejected from there. So yet just another confirmation that we were rejected at that $6,700. And not only that, but our price has been rejected by that 0.382 multiple times. And we've talked about the 0.382 for months now. and how every time we've tried to come back on a rebound, we've hit the 382 before being rejected and continuing down on that bear trend. And that's something that we're going to want to see as the first point of difference in this trading range before we can start making any conclusions as to whether or not we're going to be even able to test that $7,400-$7,500 to get a reversal in this market structure. So that'll wrap it up for Bitcoin right now. All right, let's take a quick XRP look, quick snapshot. Last time we looked at it, we were looking at this as potentially being a nice little bull flag with the potential of it breaking to the downside because the momentum indicators were showing that Ripple was starting to slow down. We talked about the fact that that would still be a healthy move after this parabolic move up. We're starting to flatten out now. We've got some declining volume, but we're starting to find a little bit of base there at that 48-cent range. It still needs to hold at this 45-cent level like we talked about before. That was a previous consolidation area. That was where we're looking to find support. That's also where it shows up on the VPVR. If we look at the volume by price right here, we have some pretty strong support there, but we don't have a whole lot of anything from there to the downside of 33 cents. So we want to hold at that 45-cent range, and we're still looking for XRP to now, after this little bit of retraction, to rebound from here and start trying to test this previous resistance level at 63 cents that was rejected a couple times. A nice price target above if we can do that. We talked about the 70 to 80 cent area as a potential target based upon the flagpole and that measured move, and that's still a potential possibility. Now let's just go real quick to look at the overall market to see where XRP is showing up, and you can see we've got XRP performing better than Bitcoin right now, up about 1.5 points compared to Bitcoin being flat. The total market cap over the last 90 days is flattening out. We've got some flattening out in the market and total trading volume. XRP is still performing fairly well compared to the rest of the market. So with those things happening, with the momentum indicators being reset, your potential to continue to the upside, although it may be slow on this flattening volume, is still a very good possibility. So be looking for those price targets, and that's going to wrap up XRP. Hey, I hope this was of help to you. While the market is trading sideways, at least for Bitcoin, we're in a very volatile situation because, again, it's not going to take a whole lot of volume to move that price one way or the other. And once it starts moving, it's going to move very quickly. This is also an area for a lot of bull and bear traps to be set. So those are the things we're going to be looking for. Are those targets? How does the price react? And then where does it close? Don't jump in just because you start seeing price moving up on the lower time frames. Where is that price point closing before making your decisions on whether you want to jump in or out of the market? Hey, don't forget to subscribe and like and hit that alarm button so you know when these videos pop up, and also visit us at AltCoinBuzz.io for all kinds of news happening throughout the day to keep you on top of what's going on. And until next time, may all your trades be good ones.